10:35. Brisket out from the fridge. Smoker on. 2:35. One drip tray, no water. Chips will go in later once it gets up to temp. Well, the smoker's coming up to 2:30. Mustard binder. Then I did the Holy Cow from Meat Church. And then the Holy Gospel on top of that. Both sides. Fat side down. All right, put the Jack Daniel's chips, put that in there, bump that up to 240. I'm gonna pull this out so we get better airflow. And we're gonna go at 240, which will keep it right around, I'm seeing around 230, give or take, with the Jack Daniel's chips. Once this starts to smoke here in a little bit, we'll throw the brisket in. All right, so about 20 to 30 minutes into it, I bumped that back down to 230. It's 240 I felt was getting too hot, and with this wide open for airflow, I didn't want that to creep up too high, so it looks like at 230, slight breeze outside today, so it does look like it's holding right around that 238 mark. Starting to see just a little bit of smoke, no water pan, so we'll go ahead and get the brisket on here in a second. All right, 11:07, brisket is now officially on. The probe is in it, fat side is down. I had to open up the door a second, so we went down to about 206, and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, we're 1 hour in with the vents all wide open. We're still holding, I've been watching it fluctuate from about 222 to about as high as 230. That's what it said at about 235 now. I'm not sure if where I left off in the video. So about 1 hour in, there is very light smoke coming out. So let's check to see where we're at. So we're going at about 104 right now, about an hour in. Target's 165, that's just to check the bark, see if everything's set up. And then we'll go looking at wrapping between 165 and 180, depending on how the bark sets up, not temperature. So I'll shut that off to save the battery because we still got a while. Don't know if you can see the brisket through the glass, but it's looking good. Does not look like it's drying out. All right, about 3 hours in, I did put this in a little bit, but I left it wide open for some airflow. And then I'll keep this, what did I got this at? 230, so it's been teetering anywhere from like 222 to about 238. It's been swinging. 3 hours in, like I said, you do got nice smoke. You can kind of see the smoke now. So 3 hours in, I did just spritz it with water. About 151. I did up the temp a little bit to 170 because I don't think it's going to be at 165 where I want it to be as far as bark wise before I wrap. I can open this real quick. Here's what we got going. Starting to set pretty good. So I'm gonna guess closer to 170 we'll wrap. All right, so we're going on 8 hours, still teetering between 240 to 230. We're at 158, but it is really starting to darken up. Still a little moisture I would have liked to cook out, but the bark's pretty good and set, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and then wrap it. All right, hit about 260, and it's what I think going 6 hours out, whatever I did. But now I got that nice bark. The rub's not really coming off. This is good. I'm going to wrap it. I spritz the paper. I'm going to get a couple shots of tallow to keep it on the greasy side. I will wrap it, get it right back on. All
right, so quick update. It's the morning after. It's about 7:30, so I got up at 6:30. I had it sitting at 225, the lowest overnight in the smoker, just chilling, relaxing. And it only went up from 185 to like 190 overnight at the lowest setting. Just let it breathe. So now what I did is I cranked the smoker up to 235, and I'm gonna go up about 5 degrees about every hour because you don't want to go too hot too fast. So right now we're sitting at 193. I did switch out my probes. I got the new ThermoWorks Smoke X2, so now I can just kind of watch it from my monitors, and I still have to go check the data all the time. All right, so we'll go check it at 203, and then every hour I'm just going to raise it by one setting, which is 5 degrees.
Almost a full day later, 24 hours. Going for 203-ish. We're at 202.2. We're gonna pull it because I got an errand to run. See how it came out. I left it overnight, like I said. I cranked it up. I only went up to 240, I think. Let's see. Yeah, when I was raising it hourly, I stopped at 240. And so that was at 6:40 a.m. So we're at 10:40 a.m. So let's see. All right, so I just opened it. It's very, what's it, tender or juicy? Oh, all right. Film the meat here. Let's see it. Let's just test it out with our parts at 197. 195. All right, so wrap this back up as best as you can. Alright, so because we're hovering right around that 200, 199 mark, we're gonna just crank this up maybe to 255. Let's go 255. And we'll let this go for maybe another hour, and then we'll wrap it. Extra hour or so. Now it's in the foil and towel cooler. And it's going on almost noon, and then we'll cut it up for dinnerish. All right, so now we've been resting for 3 hours. So hopefully, I'm making this video for Uncle Brian. I don't really think it's going on YouTube. So we've been in the cooler for 3 hours. Now it's time for the big cut and reveal. So let's see how we did for the brisket. I'm curious. I'm excited, I'm nervous. Still hot. She got splashed by juice. Whoa. Look at that. Ooh, boy. Start with the end piece. It's always the best piece. So the grain's going that way, so we're gonna cut this way. And if it folds, that's when you know you did a good brisket. Oh, look, our ice cream. it's folding just right. Now, if it's the perfect brisket, if you can hold it up under its own weight, you can pull it apart. So let's do with a good piece. All right, so it's almost holding by its weight, but a nice little pull. So we're super close on that. Let's see if I can get more. Oh, that's good. All right. I'm cutting them a little thick too, so. Oh, they're so close to holding together. Ooh, that's pretty good. Hey, want to try a piece, Ayla?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put barbecue sauce on them.
It's pretty good.
It's good. All right. Cool, Brian. You can